Hi, and welcome to Source Seers. I'm Love.
And I'm Tylynn. We're two Los Angeles-based witches who were brought together by fate with one mission.
To translate wisdom from Source and provide spiritual knowledge for the collective.
We're here to explore psychic stories, pop culture predictions, trauma healing, ancient knowledge, astrology, tarot, and so much more.
Source Seers is here to shine the spotlight on how the mystical realms are interwoven into the very fabric of our everyday lives.
Yeah!
All right,
Source
hello.
Seers.
So, we're doing another one of those pop culture things where Tylynn knows nothing, and I'm
clueless.
obsessed, and I'm very excited.
Love is so excited.
So, Love Island. This is for all my Love Island baddies out there. We are going to be covering the astrology of the Love Island people. Again, Tylynn doesn't know who any of these people are, so she's going to give her read, and then I'm going to be like, ooh, is this how it's panning out?
Yeah.
And then we don't know the rising sign for pretty much all of these people. So we're going to be working from their big six. So they're Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, and Mercury. And some of them there's a range for the moon. So it's they're either this or they're that. But a lot of them have just that's the moon. It was the whole day. It would have been that sign. Mm-hmm. So we're going to pull it up and then we'll kind of go from there. I can also do a half screen and okay, that didn't work. Pull up their photos so you can look at them visually as well.
Okay, so the premise of Love Island is there's just a bunch of random people that they throw together on an island and the goal is to find love?
So it's a reality competition show. Now that it's been going on for so long and it's so popular, it started in the UK. Some people, there's now are you on here for clout? Are you actually on here for love? You know?
Yeah, Love is Blind.
Yeah, and so they get paired up and then they're in a couple, so they sleep together every night and then they have recoupling.
They have to sleep together?
Yeah. They can choose not to if they're in a tiff or something like that, but then they sleep outside. Okay. But it's in Fiji, so it's not too bad. Okay. So yes, they pair them together and then you're supposed to explore connections with people and then they have recouplings throughout. So it's if you get paired together and you find you're not a match, then you choose to recouple with someone you're into more. And then they throw new people in. They call them bombshells. So it's they touch down and they shake everything up. So the point is to test the validity of your connection to see if you can get your head turned by someone else or if you really feel that connection is strong with the person that you're with. They also do all these challenges and games and things where they have to kiss each other or do strip teases or learn about each other's past and things like that. And that's where the producers kind of orchestrate things. Right now they're in what's called Casa Amor, which is when they split. All the boys stay in the villa and all the girls go to another villa and then they meet all new boys and all new girls and then they have to decide if their connection with the person that they originally coupled up with is still strong enough.
So did they pick their person just from initial feeling or is it
every season's a little different, but this season it's initial feeling and so they'll usually give all the boys stand and then on the platform and then the girls can pick who they're attracted to. So it is initial feeling. Sometimes they've had seasons where they are pre-paired together by fans or by producers or things like that. So it's all different. And then at the end, there's a winner, the couple that's the strongest wins. And they get the choice each person gets the choice. They give them 2 envelopes and one has $0, one has $100,000. And then it's the final test. Are you going to take the $100,000 by yourself? Or are you going to share it with your couple person because you have a real connection?
So by strongest, that just means that they actually want to have a relationship outside of the show?
And there are a few Love Island people who have gotten married and had kids and things like that.
Oh, okay. So same as Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Then. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's where we're at.
Cool.
So I want to cover Nick and Olandria because if you've been watching, they've been shipping them together. They're calling them Nicolandria.
She's hot.
She's very hot, Alandria. She's from the South. She's a Southern woman. She has good values. She's mature. She's like the friend for everyone. You can tell she has like oldest daughter, like responsibility pieces. So Alandria's, what we know of her chart is, where is she at? Okay, so she's a Gemini. She's either a Cancer or Leo moon. I'm going to say Cancer. I mean, she has a big chest and she's more loving than dramatic, I feel.
Okay.
And then Taurus Mercury, either Taurus Venus or Aries Venus, and then Gemini Mars.
That's odd. They don't know the Venus. Venus moves
slow. I know. Maybe
like,
it was right on when it was transitioning on the day she was born. Yeah, I think like she's talked about being a slow burner and wanting to take it slow.
Oh, that's probably Taurus.
Yeah, so I feel like she's more Taurus Venus. She's very loyal. That feels very Taurus Venus to me.
And is because it says she has a Gemini Mars, is she someone that's like, I mean, her body is very like physically fit, so it's like very obvious she takes care of her body, but is she like someone that is super like motivated? Does she have that quality of like super strong drive? Is she very vocal, like expressive? Is she like spotlight on me through her voice and her expression?
I don't think she appears that way, but I think that's because of her trauma, because in one of the last episodes she said like she's been single for 5 years and she's learned that like if she doesn't stand on business for herself, no one else will. And so I feel like she kind of has that kind of like that she's been carrying that heaviness with her. So she doesn't try and make things about her, but she's like the rock for everyone. Like she's like giving advice to everyone, caring about everyone, showing up for everyone, for sure. So she's kind of like that fun, like when she got like in the past episode she got like voted off, but she didn't. It was like a twist. Everyone was just like, wow, like I'm so sad the vibe is off. So I feel like she definitely like she's such a light. So I think that Gemini Mars quality of like everyone likes her, everyone gets along with her. She converses with everyone and
very
talks
talkative.
She is the one that where she'll sit down and be like, so how are you feeling about this? What's going on for you? You know?
Yeah, it sounds more like Cancer moon than what you're describing.
Yeah, I definitely think she's a Cancer moon. Yeah, and the Taurus Mercury tracks because she's very mature. She picks her words wisely. She's not flying off the handle. So I think that the Taurus Mercury maybe like dampens her Gemini Mars, you know, and especially if she is Taurus Venus, which I'm inclined to think that she does.
Has she ever sung on the show?
No.
I feel like she probably has a beautiful singing voice, just intuitively.
Wow. Okay.
Her Gemini energy and then the Taurus.
So Mercury. I want you to tell me, we're going to look at Nick and Alandria's compatibility, because the other guy that she was paired up with is Taylor, and we don't know anything about him. We only know he's a Gemini. And everybody has clocked him. He said on like day 2 he wasn't physically attracted to her, which like I don't fucking understand. She's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then everyone just feels like he's just been there and he's not interested in her and he doesn't care about her as much as she's like so invested in him. She's been putting in all this work with him and he's been giving her like the bare minimum. He's been saying like, I'm a slow burner. And then this new girl, Clark, came in and he's like kissing her, touching her.
Oh, that might be her Taurus Mercury though, because Taurus Mercury's, if their mind is set on something, it is like the bull. It's like nothing and no one is stopping them, and they can have a very stubborn mind.
Yeah.
And also very Taurus can be very possessive. So
yes.
It's like this
because
of like, you're mine.
Her and Nick just got recoupled, and she's seeing Taylor with this new girl Clark, and she keeps saying, that's my man, that's my man,
yeah,
that's my man. Yeah. And the internet's like, no, he's not, he doesn't like you, just leave.
And it said for her, it wasn't sure if she has an Aries or Taurus Venus. I feel like she has a Taurus Venus.
For sure, I think she's a Taurus Venus. But it'd be interesting if she was an Aries Venus, because Nick has an Aries Venus. And they just had like the steamiest fucking kiss I've ever seen on TV. Oh. So I want to look at their compatibility.
Well, you know, Aries and Gemini make a natural sextile to one another. So Aries and Gemini placements, they like...
So her Gemini Mars and his Aries Venus will still be very...
They light each other's fire, baby. Like...
Because I swear, he finished kissing her. He had her foundation all over his face. And he was just like, oh.
I love Aries and Gemini together. It's so sexy to me.
Well, that's like... in my chart. So I love that. Okay, so Nick is here. Let me see if I can get them in the same. So here's Olandria. And then here's Nick. So he's a Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon, Pisces Mercury, Aries Venus, Sag Mars. What do you think he's like?
Okay, so I feel like he's interesting. I feel like he's someone who is probably very artistic and someone who's very creative, like an out of the box thinker.
Yes.
But what's interesting is I feel like in his own essence, he sort of has this like back and forth of the desire for space and like freedom in a relationship dynamic, but then also like the closeness piece.
Yes.
So it can feel
you are
almost
clocking
like
things.
Confusing.
So he was originally paired up with Sierra, and we're still waiting to... She doesn't know that Nick and Olandria were paired up in Casa Amor, so we're still waiting to... And they had sex on the show, Nick and Sierra, so now she's emotionally involved, like deeply.
That's different. That means that the chemistry and the chemicals are all...
And so one of the problems was that he didn't want to close it off with Sierra, and Sierra was like very invested, and he wasn't sure, and she was kind of like, are you giving me mixed signals? So that makes sense that you're like the freedom and then the closeness, because he was very like showing up for her, doing all the things for her, but then still wanted to like explore other people, which is very Sag Mars. I feel the Sag Mars needs freedom in relationships.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that's what motivates them, is the freedom, and also the Aquarius moon. Aquarius moons also need a lot of freedom, a lot of spaciousness. They're really nourished by that quality of like being in their own space, like marching to the beat of their own drum. And they want someone who's, you know, quirky as well.
Yes.
Like, so, but then I love the blend of her Gemini placements with the Aquarius piece, because that creates a natural trine. And then the Pisces and the Taurus piece also creates that sextile. And Pisces and Taurus sextile is also really sexy to me, because Pisces, let's be for real, Pisces is the horniest of all the signs. Like, right? Like, as a Pisces
I've heard people
rising,
say that. I've heard people say that.
But Pisces is like so juicy, and like it's the vast oceanic consciousness. And then that sextile to Taurus, which is a sign ruled by Venus and so sensual, that also creates this like natural magnetic quality. So it would be interesting. The other part of that, though, is it would be interesting to note if she has an Aries or a Taurus Venus. Like, that's so weird that they
don't know.
Yeah,
it probably swapped on the day that she was born.
What I'm thinking too.
Yeah, because everyone else's is like straight on. Yeah, there's no this or this.
It takes her about a month to move through a sign.
Yeah, so she probably was on the cusp of the transition.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Nick literally said he thinks she's the most beautiful woman he's ever seen.
Okay.
And like he was like, I was attracted to you from the get. Like every kiss we have has sparks, but I just never like said anything because him and Taylor became friends and her and Sierra became friends. So it was like, I want to respect my friends. Ooh. Yeah. And that's the whole, we're all waiting tonight to see what happens. But their kiss was like, she has said on the entire show, like, I'm not going to kiss people outside of the challenges, outside of the things that they're obligated to do. Because she really, I think her past, based off of what she's revealed, she maybe got burned. And it makes sense if she's Taurus Venus and she locked in and then it didn't work out.
Yes.
And I think she got burned, and so she's like trying to really develop and make sure. She's saying like she's trying to she went on the show, and when she got booted off, it was the twist thing with Taylor. She said she was taking it slow, and she finally feels like she got it right. So I think that she's like trying to embrace this, but then Nick, he with his little fire, Mars and Venus, he applied a little bit of pressure, and she kissed him outside of the challenge, and it was hot. Like he literally was like, and he hit his face afterwards. He was so like, he was like on cloud 9. You could see it in his eyes. He was like, that shook me. Like he was really feeling it.
That's cute. I mean, they're cute together.
They are really cute.
I also, I feel like in astrology for compatibility, signs that create a square to one another is also really hot because it's creating this natural tension.
Like the enemies to lovers.
And also, like, even in our own natal charts, right? Like, where we experience the squares is where we can actually be really productive and utilize that energy. Yeah. And if we experience that square with someone else, then it's creating a natural tension for some form of evolution. And so I'm saying
my chart is like all squares.
Same. I have a lot of squares. We're here to evolve. But the Pisces and the Gemini, at least their sun placements, create a natural square to one another.
And they were like besties. Like she would be like, "What's up, Nick? Little Nick, Nikki." And he was like, when he was like, "I actually really like you," and she was calling him like Nikki, and he was like, "Let's not call me that. Let's just call me Nick." Like he was like, we're graduating out of the friend zone.
That's her Gemini energy though. Just like wanting to be playful and like, it's Gemini rules over language and expression and communication. So giving someone a nickname is definitely Josh has a Gemini Mars, and I have like hundreds of nicknames at this point. Like just like silly random stuff, whatever comes to his head.
Okay, so let's look at Nick and Sierra's compatibility, like to compare them, because you think that Nick and Alondra are pretty compatible based off of what we know. So this is Sierra.
Well, actually, no. I'd like to say caveat to that. I feel like he wouldn't be able to give her what she truly needs out of a relationship dynamic.
Oh, what do you think that she needs?
Because I feel like his Aquarius moon would be too much of the creating the quality of him needing the space, and if she has both a Cancer or a Leo moon, like need the attention, need the I feel like,
and I think she's just a little like shy. She's like, I don't want to go for that.
I don't think it would work over time. So I'm gonna say that.
I'm so sorry, Nicolandria people. Okay, let's see, because I do think that Sierra and Nick are compatible because they have the same Mars.
Okay,
so that's something, but Sierra's a Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Mercury, Scorpio, Virgo, Venus, and Sag Mars. And let me pull up Sierra so you can see her. Oh my God, not me typing everything incorrectly. She's very beautiful. She's like super, like you can tell she's a Libra. She's like super, super hot. I think that's a video. I'm scared to click on it. So.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah. So like they're cute together. Let me see if I can. Okay, here's like another photo of them. They're not happy because they're doing a recoupling there, but
okay.
Yeah, she's very cute. Like her and Nick have been like kind of like the main couple for Nick.
Okay.
They've spent a lot of time together. I think obviously the aesthetics, she's gorgeous. The double Libra is giving.
Yep.
I think both of their Sag Mars makes sense why they're like attracted to each other. So for people who are like learning about astrology, if you have, so your Mars is like considered your masculine energy. So it's like if you're a woman and you're heterosexual, your Mars would represent the type of man you're attracted to, and vice versa. If you're a man and you're heterosexual, the Venus would represent the type of woman that you're attracted to, right? So they say like if you have the same Venus placement or the same Mars placement, that can show like the banging attraction is going to be there, like at least sexual attraction is going to be there. And also if your Venus and Mars have compatibility, like if the woman has the same Mars sign as the man's Venus,
or
like,
if there's a square though too, like I said, that creates a natural just friction, which is so
sexy,
compelling.
Yeah. If you're into that stuff, for sure. I mean, I would say like if you have Taurus Venus, you're not going to want that, but like I feel like...
If you have a Taurus Venus, though, with someone who, even in an oppositional sign, Scorpio Venus, sexy. Right?
Okay, I could see it. You're
like...
you're convincing me. You're convincing me. What do y'all think? Share your thoughts if you watch Love Island. Let us know. Yeah. So the Mercury Scorpio makes sense too, because like she has kept her cool. Like she has been she's
psychic.
Yeah, she has. You know what? The whole entire time she's been in Casa Amor, she's been saying her stomach hurts.
That's her Virgo Venus.
Yeah,
though.
And she's been like, I don't know what Nick is doing over there. I'm not sure. I hope he's not like making out with other women. And then it was like him making out with Olandria. So you're like, oh no, girl, like you're right, but like,
and like someone who's so fucking hot. Like,
just very like, very hot.
Ooh.
Yeah, she picks her words wisely, and she has been very like even keel. Like she's been trying to embrace the process of like understanding that these things will happen. But she's kind of like, why are we not like getting to where we're closed off? And she met this other guy, Elan, which we can look at their compatibility together next. And she's like feeling like he's a good connection as well. So she's very torn. But yeah, I'm curious. Do you think that Nick and Sierra have better compatibility?
Well, they definitely both have the air sign moons, which I think is better for a long-term connection, and the water Mercuries, which I think to me feels more like they understand each other on an intuitive level.
Yes, they have pretty much.
Yeah.
She's felt like that the whole way until he was like, oh, I want to explore other people. And it was kind of like a couple weeks in and she was like, wait a minute.
And the Sag Mars too, I feel like they're both driven by the similar things, right? Like being able to explore and be free. Like they're probably the couple together that is super artistic, right? Like all of his Pisces placements, all of her Libra placements, these are super artistic signs. So I feel like they would definitely create a lot together if like they wanted to move in that direction.
I know Nick is a nurse. I know that's his profession. So
that makes sense with, I mean,
all the Pisces wanting to take care of others.
Yeah, it's very compassionate. And then if he does like travel nursing, that's so supportive to the Sagittarius being able to like explore and do new things.
Nick, you should get into travel nursing if you haven't already.
He probably has.
Yeah, probably.
With that Sag Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing is their Venus placements. So and I get this, right? Because I'm someone who has an Aries Venus and my partner has a Virgo Venus. So, but this is also what I'm saying. Like these Venusian placements, then they don't see each other. So there's some signs in the zodiac that don't see each other. Like, and we say that because, you know, some placements, they make the natural trine if they're in the same element, or if they're in the same modality, they make a natural square to one another, or if they're in a compatible element, like an air to a fire sign, they make a sextile. But if they're like in a placement where like this, it's a fire sign and an earth sign that are kind of far away enough that they don't make that contact, then this does really require other placements in the natal chart to support the relationship, which we see here. But it also requires, I think, the person who is the Virgo Venus to create the setting where like the Aries Venus feels like they're being teased a little bit. Like Aries Venus loves a conquest. They you know, like they don't want it to be so easy. Like so the Virgo Venus can't just show up in constant service, because it will bore the fuck out of
And I feel like she's been doing that a little bit. She's been doing that a little bit. But she did have this crazy kiss with her Casa Amor guy, Ilan, last night. And, like, she, like, sat on his lap and, like, hugged around and kissed him like this from behind. Like, everyone was losing their shit. Like, she looked so hot kissing him. Like, I was shook. I was shook. Okay, so who do you think, who is more compatible with Nick then. You still think Sierra?
Definitely.
Okay.
Overall,
I feel like this Venus piece is what we're kind of seeing play out, where she's just not sure he's like totally into it because she's just like, let's keep moving. And he's like, I don't know, there's another person here. There's another person there. You
Aries
know?
Venus can be very distracted. But like I said, like I'm an Aries Venus. My partner's a Virgo Venus. We've been together like 8 years. Like,
and I feel the little bit of tension that y'all have sometimes, like the playfulness, like, oh, you like at the party, you're like, you called me out.
I'm like, tease me, like, don't make it so easy for me.
And
like,
I think that's nice for like the fire Venuses, because they're not like so sensitive that way. They're like, call me out a little bit, like, like call me, like make fun of me a little bit, like I'm okay with that, you know, like it's actually fine. Yeah, it's like a little tougher. That's like my Aries moon. I used to say like, I need to find friends that aren't so sensitive because I'm gonna be popping off and saying some shit, and then I have like water. I have like water sign people surrounding me all the time, and I'm like, oh no.
Okay, I feel like the most ideal is like, I feel like our charts are so compatible.
They are very compatible.
Of like, we both have the sensitivity qualities, right? With like the Cancerian placements. But then we also have the fire, like the Sag and the Aries, that is like, we can go to the depths of sensitivity, but we can also fucking laugh about it and like call it out.
I love that. I know I'm biased, but I love the water fire is like good for me.
Yes,
I find Earth to be like boring, so but I have fire and water, so it makes sense.
But I also love Josh's Virgo Venus because he will make my life so much easier at times of like doing some of the chores.
That's true.
And like doing things or like ordering things that I like forgot, or like picking things up at the store.
Well, I'm like that because my Mars is in Virgo.
Your Mars is in Virgo.
So like, and Frankie has it too, but like his is in the 3rd house. So I don't know. He has like a whole thing. I think his Mars in Virgo in the 3rd house just makes his mental shit like too complicated, and like it's just and I have it in my 10th house. So I'm just like, we're running low on this thing. We're doing this, we're doing that, we got to plan ahead for this and stuff like, so I'm very like planning, and I was raised by a Virgo who was very like drill sergeant-y, so I have that, which I think is great for my ADHD. I think that's the only reason I've survived without medication. Because I have like that little grounded piece. Like Virgo's the least grounded of the earth signs, but still the grounded piece in there. But I expected Frankie to be like that, and he's like, in his everyday life, he's like, whatever, and I'm like, where's your Virgo Mars?
It's a Sag moon.
It is the Sag, but like when he's working, he has the attention to detail. He makes sure he puts out good work and all. He thinks about all the aspects and stuff. So
y'all are in your Virgo Mars return right
we
now.
Are, so I'm like, I'm feeling like I need to do all the things, get all the things done, set up all. I was like, I'm excited. It's Cancer season and Mars in Virgo. Like it's exact, and like,
you better be excited. Jupiter is
I know.
On your sun. I messaged you that. I'm like, how are you feeling? Jupiter's on your sun.
I have to tell you about that. I have to tell you about that. Like I had some like crazy like spiritual stuff. So yeah. And it's in my 8th house, so I knew I was gonna get an upgrade there. I think I'm getting and, like,
an
upgrade.
Deepening more into your fucking purpose.
Yes. I feel like I'm also doing that too.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I need to put this into work. It's gonna be here for a minute.
Hell yes.
Okay, so let's look at Sierra and her new partner, Elon. So we don't know anything about him. We just know he's a Leo sun. Yeah, so
Leo men can be tricky to navigate.
Libra, Leo, yeah. Here, I'll show you what he looks like so that maybe you can kind of see. He has like curly hair, which is super Leo. He kind of is similar to Nick in a sense, but different.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him really talk that much. He does feel like he has a connection with her, but he's very aware that she has another connection with someone else.
Yeah.
So he's not sure like how that's going to go, but she said that they do have a strong connection. I feel like, I don't know. He maybe has some Libra. He's pretty, you know, like he's symmetrical. He has a nice smile. I find Libra placements have really pretty smiles. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of water placements. He doesn't have any freckles.
Yeah, I don't know. So then his Leo sun would make a natural square to her Mercury, Scorpio, but then a trine to her Mars and Sag, both fire signs.
So she's getting a little bit of both from that. That's kind of nice. Maybe that's why she's like, I feel compelled to you.
Yeah.
I'm sad that we don't know his stuff. Okay. Let's move on to what everybody else has been losing their shit over.
Oh, jeez.
Let's do Shelly and Ace, and then who Shelly is paired up with now. Okay, so Shelly here, she's Virgo Sun, Gemini Moon, Virgo Mercury, Libra Venus, and Scorpio Mars. I will say every single person in the villa has said she is so mature. She handles everything mature. Like every man that talks to her is like, the way you talk and how mature you are, I'm here for it.
Well, she's got an exalted Mercury, a domicile Venus, and a domicile Mars.
So this is Shelly and Ace. Shelly's also very fucking gorgeous.
Oh, she's hot.
Virgo placements are always really, really hot, just to say on paper, like it's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's my type.
Yeah, she's a good one. She's patient but playful, and she has all the things going on. So what do you think Shelly is like? I'm curious.
Okay, well, I definitely can see what you're saying, that people reflect back to her that level of maturity, because Mercury and Virgo, again, is where Mercury exalts. Yeah. So Mercury Virgos do have a way with words. It's just is a fact. They are very analytical with their mind, very punctual, very organized in their expression. And then the Libra Venus, again, is her place of domicile, and we can see that.
She's just so gorgeous.
Yeah, like she probably really cares about aesthetic.
And Scorpio Mars too.
Yeah, I also feel like she is probably someone who, on a deeper soul level, she's here to be of service to humanity in some kind of way, because of the Virgoan energy, being a Virgo sun and a Mercury Virgo. I feel like there's something in her soul, I just am feeling this intuitively, that she's here to be of service in some capacity. And I also feel like her Scorpio Mars, this is, again, the domicile placement for Mars. So I feel like she's someone who is very intuitive as well, and especially in the way that she's moving through the world. She's picking up psychic information with her body. And then her Gemini moon feels like she's very nourished through intellectual frequency, like deep conversation.
Yeah. She also likes to have fun. Like, she talks about, like, wanting to try new things, do new things.
Yeah, if you can't keep up with her mentally, I feel like if you don't have good aesthetics, and if you're someone who's like not a fair person, like I just feel like she would easily be able to cut you out of her life too.
You know, it's funny. She was saying like she was really impulsive, and she got this tattoo on her butt that says "bad bitch" with a cherry. That's very Gemini moon of her. And also the Scorpio Mars, I feel like a little bit like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, don't come for me.
Yes. Yeah. That is totally Scorpio Mars frequency.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Ace. So he is a lot of Leo. A lot of Leo. But they also both have
Mercury, Virgo,
and Libra Venus together. So that's why they vibe. He's smiling when he's with her. Well, first, what do you think about Ace? Because people have had a lot of thoughts about him.
Okay, well, his Mars and Moon make a sextile at least to her Moon, which that feels good. I feel like that feels stimulating for her. It does feel like, though, there might be a conflict in terms of, again, her soul having this bigger mission, being of service to the collective in some way, and then his energy being a lot about himself in this lifetime, like figuring out a lot of his own egoic structure.
He literally has his name tattooed across his back.
Yeah.
He has
like...
ACE in giant circus font letters. I swear to God. He also has like God's child tattooed on his shoulders.
Oh my God.
But he seems like a good guy because he has like his family members tattooed on his leg.
Yeah.
So he's like grounded in that.
Yeah.
His job, he's a dance, he has like a dance studio.
Okay.
But he like teaches like elderly people or like people with disabilities on Zoom how to dance and stuff. So I feel like that would be good for Shelly because it's like he's still like in service to people, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well that's good because I feel like that is the higher octave of Leo that is about true authentic leadership.
Yes, like there's videos of him like with people in like Pakistan and he's like teaching them how to do American dance. And he's like, you got this, you're gonna get someone pregnant with that. Like he's like, you get your stage.
Well, that's good. I feel like then he's probably done a lot of the work on what I just said around knowing who he is, doing the inner work, because that feels like a big thing for him in this lifetime. And then the Libra Venus definitely has a way with like movement and again like making things look pretty. So dance,
and he has like great. They both have great smiles.
Yep.
Those Libra placements. But people have said that he's like the ringleader and he's like secretly influencing because they've been voting off people that America doesn't agree with, that they think they were starting to form a real connection and then they voted them off. So everyone's like, is he just trying to get the money at the end? Because a lot of these people are now influencers and stuff. Like he has 1 million followers now because of this show.
That is Leo energy. Leo is the sign of the lion and Leo does desire to be the head of the pack.
Yes, he definitely is with all the guys. He's the head. Yep. And he's like short, which is funny because like he said he was 5'11", but I don't think he's 5'11". He's like a little bit taller than Shelly.
Yeah.
But Shelly has partnered up with this guy who is 6'7", a retired basketball player or an international basketball player. He is where is he at? He is, I think it's Chris. Let me see.
And the Leo and Scorpio make a natural square to one another too, which is also
Chris. Yeah, Chris is the partner. Look at this man. He's a tree. He is
they're
a
like
giant.
Way cuter together,
right?
Like I'm feeling this.
Yeah, you're shipping them.
Way more. Okay, what's his vibe though?
Okay, so Chris is Aries. Okay. Here, let me see. I don't know if we'll be able to get it all on one screen. I can always. Let me make sure we're in this one.
We love an exalted sun. We have the same birthday, April 11th. Hello.
One more out. No. Okay, it's like 2 pages.
It's too
small.
See that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Chris is a Aries. Well, the Libra moon is a nice piece.
Yes.
So he has an Aries stellium. He's like Aries.
He's got an exalted Venus too.
Yes.
And domicile Mars.
And
as well.
Exactly. And the sun too, an exalted sun.
An exalted
Aries
sun.
loves to be in the sun. Libra moon. Okay, we haven't seen a lot about him, but he's very like committed to her. She said she feels like she has a strong connection with him. He also was looking at maybe potentially they were teasing that he was talking with someone else on tonight's episode.
Yeah.
But he's like, just like, look at him. He's pretty.
Yeah.
He's very pretty.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Yeah.
They're really cute together.
They are. So she has, looking back at what she has.
Yeah, I'm like, what's her moon placement again?
Shelly. So she's Gemini moon. So we have Virgo, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. And then he is Aries, Libra, Aries, Pisces, Aries. So she's Virgo, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio.
Their moons at least create that natural trine to one another, so they'll be able to have that level of connection.
And they're both air moons, so that's a good piece already. And then, like how you were saying, like the Virgo is
Mars and his Venus, her Mars and his Venus.
Yes, both Mars ruled. For their Marses, sorry.
Well, yeah, they're both in a water sign.
Yes.
So they'll create that natural trine to one another.
Yes,
so that's
true.
Giving like hot sex.
And also the Aries Mars and Scorpio Mars, like those are both ruled by Mars.
Yep.
So they kind of like understand each other on this deeper level.
Yep.
Wow. And I feel like the Pisces Libra, because I don't know, there's like Pisces can appreciate the beauty of the Libra piece too.
Yes, yeah, because that's where Venus exalts, right? It's like love that can expand as vast as the ocean.
Yeah.
So, and her Venus was in
Libra.
Libra. Okay. So yeah, they both have a natural like gift with the Venusian quality of love. So I actually really
like them together better.
Them better.
Me too.
More.
I think we just haven't seen them
aesthetically.
Yeah, they go together.
Yeah, because like she cares about the aesthetics, and so does he.
And it's funny because she said she used to go for only super tall guys, and she's been trying to break that cycle with Ace.
Oh my god!
And so then this like 6'7" guy comes in, and she's like, "Hello." And like every kiss they have, he's like picking her up because she's so tiny compared to him. And just like holding her, like he picked her up with one arm, and he was like kissing her.
He literally like looks like a warrior.
Yeah,
like his
he's
Aries
so
energy
Aries.
is strong.
Yes, and he was a basketball player.
Mercury's in Virgo, right? So that's the only thing too. Their Mercury's, they don't. So that might be what is the crux of their dynamic, is that they, even though emotionally, because she has a. What's her moon again? Gemini. Even though emotionally they'll be able to have that same quality of the air, their Mercury placements, they might have issues. Yeah, because he might be very fast and aggressive with what he's wanting to say, and she's someone who like analyzes, right, that exalted Mercury, and is very careful with what she says, and might take offense if he's like coming across in anger if something.
But I think that she does like him, because with Ace, she was paired up with another guy named Austin who like really wasn't into her and just should have said it. And she gave a lot of her time to him. And Ace was like still like trying to court her the whole time, because you can still do that.
Yeah.
And I think that like she was a little upset that he didn't like step up and like be about her. And I feel like this guy with all his Aries energy is gonna be about her. Like he's gonna show up and be direct, and what you see is what you get, you know?
Yes.
I don't know. I think so if he's able to balance of letting her like think it through and take her time when she needs to, because I feel like the Gemini moon that she has would like the Aries fastness and directness, but we'll probably need that like little hold on with all the Virgo.
And he might even have that in himself naturally with his moon in an opposition. We don't know the degrees.
Yeah.
To know if it is actually an opposition, but at least by sign, Libra and Aries are in opposition. So he, emotionally really cares about balance, and like he cares about keeping the peace, and he cares about having a relationship dynamic, right? Because that's what Libra energy rules over. It's just that his mind is thinking so fast with that Aries frequency. Yeah. So yeah, the moon Mercury opposition's an interesting thing. Yeah. But I like them a lot better than the other.
I know. I feel like I've been really liking the people from Casa Amor a lot more than the people they were originally coupled up with. Yeah. The other like person that we'll cover today before we go, I just want to look at Huda, because
Virgo to the max. This is
so look at her. She's so round-faced, though. She's a personal trainer. She's a mom. She's only 24. She has a 4-year-old kid. This was the guy she was paired up with before Jeremiah. He's a Taurus. And it got really, really fucking toxic from day one. I think she has a lot of trauma from her ex, because I feel like she was trying to start drama to test him. To like, she has like avoidant attachment, or she wanted to see if he would. I think her Leo Mars was like, I want to see if you're all about me. I want to see if you care about me.
Yeah. That's what motivates Mars and Leo, is like the feeling of attention.
She said, I like when my partner's obsessed with me. Yep. Very that.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the Virgo energy is like overthinking, maybe.
She overthought. And, like, she nitpicked really at him.
Yep, nitpicking, over criticizing.
She did that to him. She was like, I'm gonna make you pancakes, and then like one of the other guys helped her make the pancakes, and he like was like, you know, she gave it to him, and she was like, why didn't you step in and make me pancakes? and like help me when this other man did it. And he was like, you said you were gonna make the pancakes though.
Yeah.
Like if you want to see him, he's down here. He has all this Taurus energy, Taurus and Gemini, and she's like Virgo and Leo. I think he has a Gemini moon. He never popped off on her. Like she straight just like cussed him out and told him he was a piece of shit and all the things. And he never popped off. So I definitely think the Taurus.
Oh, yeah.
Really, but I don't know. I never trusted him.
Earth and Earth is sometimes.
I know.
It's like Earth.
My mom has done that with my dad and my stepdad, and it's not a good vibe together.
It's just like.
She needs that Piscean. She needs like the balance for herself.
Yes. Yeah. She needs like, either Pisces, Sag, or Gemini. Really, like the signs, the other mutable signs.
Yes.
The signs that create a square.
Yes.
Because just all of that Earth, like with all of her Earth, is just too. It's like kind of feels like we're just like stuck in the mud.
Yes.
And where is this going? And kind of just like going in circles.
They had the same cycle that they were going in circles all the time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And like very stubborn.
Yes.
Both of them.
Both of them. And then they started triggering each other's triggers. Like it was just not a vibe. So the new guy that she's paired up with, so JD, this is her and him together. Let's see if we can get other photos of them. And JD. Nope, that's the only photo they got. Okay, so that's them together. He has like a weird smile. Like, I don't know. There's something about him. I don't really like his smile. Just to put that out there. But we know she's everything Virgo really except for her smile. Leo. No, both Frankie and I were like, there's some weird smile that he has.
Yeah.
So JD, hopefully we know. Oh, we only know he's an Aquarius. Ooh.
That's also not good.
I don't think that they're meant to be together. She was kind of creeping on Chris though, the Aries. She was creeping on him too, but like you said, the Aries Virgo is a lot of mist. Like it's not gonna.
It is, and sometimes we need a relationship dynamic for the healing that comes with the what can come out of the miscommunication. But if you don't have other planetary energies, like Josh and I have, a lot of Cancerian energy that really connects us. He's got his Mars in Gemini that like activates my South Node, so it feels very comforting. And then also like my Pisces. I feel like if you don't have other things in the chart that are supportive, and if it's all just like being missed, then
it's not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm also excited for Zach and Amaya. If you want to see them, they're okay. Why is it? There we go. So, are they together? So that's Amaya, and that's Zach. Oh, I wish there was a photo of all of them together. So Zach, he's the Asian guy with all the tattoos.
Cute.
Yeah, he's really cute. There. Okay, so she has her hand over her face here, but that's her. That's Amaya. She has had
she's gorgeous.
She's had a rough go of it in the villa. Ace kind of fucked her over. He triggered her. She's Dominican, so she's like, "Hey babe, what's up?" Like she has like a little girl voice. She's like, "Hi, I'm so happy to be here." She cries for everything. I think she has Pisces. I guess not Scorpio. She cries for everything.
Oh yeah, Scorpio. It's also very sensitive too.
Yeah, Scorpio. I think she has, I don't know. She is very happy, so I could see her as a Sag moon. And because the Scorpio is a fixed sign, it could overpower the moon. I think she maybe has a Sag moon, not a Capricorn moon, because she's very emotional. Like she feels her feelings, she wears her heart. She has done the best in this competition at being open, being vulnerable, being herself, and trying to find a connection. And people have just been like rejecting her for being herself and low-key like traumatizing her, because she was like, "Hey babe, what's up? Hi, how are you?" And like Ace was like, "Don't call me babe, like we're not in a couple, like all that kind of stuff. And then she was with Austin, and Austin was like icked by her because he was like, she's too into me, like she's too invested. And she was just like, I like my new couple, it's fun, it's exciting. And so the excitement piece makes me think she's more of a Sag moon. But yeah, the Libra Venus as well, lots of Libra Venuses here in the freaking, that's why her
Libra
and
Venus
Ace got drawn together.
Love. They want to be in partnership.
Yes. And then I think her Capricorn Mars is kind of why she was like, I'm not gonna let anyone fucking tell me this, like that's not cool, you know. But her and Zach have been paired up, and this Zach he's a Cancer, so he's a Cancer stellium.
Okay, so we'll have to get into more of this on another episode.
Okay, we will.
I've got a dentist appointment. Which everyone loves, right?
Yeah, I love the dentist.
Oh my god.
I'm like, where's your Capricorn placement?
Oh my god.
Capricorn rules the teeth.
I have the millennial conjunction of Neptune and Uranus.
Oh, yes, same.
Yeah.
Same. But in my second house.
So in my 11th house.
Oh, okay.
Which is why, like, I really need spiritual community.
Yeah,
that's like
true.
Grounded. That's
True.
Capricorn.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna try and post this like this week because it's like hot.
We'll skip the Aubrey Marcus.
Yeah, we'll skip the part 2.
Yeah.
And then we'll just put this out, and then maybe we'll see what else is. Maybe you can watch an episode. I don't know.
Love is like, just come over, sit your ass down.
Oh,
and watch an episode.
You're gonna see hot people in bikinis.
Yes.
Hot people kissing. Hot people doing gross stuff together.
The Queer Love Ultimatum just aired.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all these experimental ones. I'm like, I don't. Shelly, the one that you were into, she's bisexual.
Oh fuck. Okay. We're into that.
She kisses someone, I can't remember. She kissed one of the girls in one of the challenges. She kissed Sierra, the Libra one. Yeah, they kissed each other. It was hot as fuck.
Okay. All right, Sorciers. Let us know what you think of this episode.
Yes. So
and leave us a review.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you.
I hope I was in the shot the whole time. I might have been like, not. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Sorciers. We can't wait to hear your take on all the magic we talked about.
Follow Sorciers on IG and all other platforms to let us know your thoughts and get involved in our community.
You can also follow Love at Love Sakratoff on all the platforms.
And Tylynn at Tylynn Mackenzie, or go to my website, templeradiance.com.
We'd love it if you could leave us a review on Spotify, Google, or Apple Podcasts, and share Sorciers with anyone you feel might benefit from magical community right now. Hail Jupiter!
Thanks for seeing into Source with us.
Bye!